Athletic Buzz Awards. I am Coach Henson, Athletic Director here at Salisbury. We have a few technical difficulties, but our mastermind, Mr. Ali T, is at work, so wish him well. First of all, let's do this. Let's just give a hand to all the athletes, all parents, all coaches. Hopefully, you have an itinerary and agenda that are going to call Dr. Parker. You gave all those out? All right. If you don't have one, it's my fault. But hey, thank you for coming. To start off, we're going to let Mr. Moore just open this up and say a few words to all the parents and athletes and coaches that are here. So if you would, our principal, Mr. Moore, give him a hand, please.
It is a great day to be a Salisbury Hornet.
Here, here.
It's a great day to be a Salisbury Hornet. To all of our students, I'm going to ask that you enjoy the night, but make sure you are respectful in your voices so everyone can be heard and celebrated during that time. To all of our parents, we say thank you for the time that you put in, allowing your students to be with our coaches, and making sure that our students are having an absolute best time while they're participating and being student athletes. To be a student athlete is a gift, it's not a right, and so we do say thank you guys for what you've done throughout the fall, into the winter, and now in the spring what we've done. So Salisbury High School, in my opinion, is the absolute best sports program in the state of North Carolina. And I think what we're doing athletically proves that on a daily basis. Every sport that we have participated in, we've either gone far in the playoffs, had a state champion, or have really made a big impact in the conference that we're planning. So congratulations to all of you guys for what you've done. You have some phenomenal coaches, so students, if you would, wherever you are doing, stop right now and give your coaches a major hand. I say this to people all the time. I truly believe that athletics is the biggest way for a lot of our students to not drop out of school. It saves a lot of our students' lives, and it also gives them a different platform that other students wouldn't normally have. So thank you guys for what you've done. You represent Salisbury High School well, and you help to make Salisbury a flagship school in our county, in our community, and also in the state. So congratulations to you guys. Tonight is your night. Enjoy. Go Hornets.
All right, I'm going to ask Charlie Graver, if he will, please come up. Where is Charlie? Those of you who do not know, Charlie Graver is our Booster Club president. He's going to talk to you just a little bit about the Booster Club and what they've done. They also took care of the meal tonight for everybody, and they do a lot of things that go unnoticed that people don't know about. But I promise you, we would not be as successful to have some of the things that we have here at Salisbury High School without our Booster Club. If you will, give a hand to Charlie Graver.
I want to start off by thanking Coach Henson, Brian, Marvin. Don't sneak off here in the back. Without y'all's help and what you do and how you encourage these students to be students first, athletes second, it's amazing how well we've done athletically, state championship, runner-ups. We're always in contention almost in every sport. And it's great to see it. It starts at the top, works its way down. I want to thank all the Booster Club officers, volunteers. We can't do this without the help of all the parents and coaches and administration. There's a lot to running an athletic program like we have here at Salisbury. A lot of people don't realize that it costs about $100,000 a year to support all these programs. And everybody goes, well, the county or the city will give us the money. They give us zero. So I want everybody to understand that. So when you do make a donation to the Booster Club here at Salisbury, it goes to a good cause or a great cause. typically see, but everything y'all have done in the past, that's where the money's been going. We gave $125,000, well, the last 5 years, $125,000 just to mow the fields, maintain the fields, aerify the fields, fertilize the fields. Yes, we have to do that. The county doesn't do it. Okay? $30,000 for a new scoreboard. Thanks to Cheerwine and F&M Bank and the Booster Club, we were able to put that in. I think that was in 2020. So, you know, everybody thinks that the school system does this for us. They don't. We have to raise the money and do it ourselves. We've helped raise about $60,000 to refurbish the downstairs, paint the gymnasium, put in the acoustic tiling in the gymnasium. The girls and boys basketball team a few years back did a campaign to buy a new shooting machine. We were able to help them out with about $2,500 to help them get that. That's been a great asset. Obviously, we just won the girls' state championship. Congratulations. And another big thing, there you go, girls. Another big thing, we were able to pay for about $30,000 in recognitions over the last 5 years. And that included state championship rings for football and state championship rings for the girls' basketball team. And the great thing there is not one student athlete had to spend a penny for these rings. So, and that's a big thing. I could go on and on and on, but over the last 5 years, we've donated about $500,000 back to the school. Obviously, 250 of it was towards a very, very big project that Dr. Eagle started, and we were able to help him finish it. A couple other things, after prom, we give about $500 to $300 a year towards that to help any kid who can't go to the prom, and then we've given $500 every year towards the Eagle Scholarship. The scholarship that Dr. Eagle gives out is athletic and it's academics. So the Booster Club felt like we needed to participate in that. But in closing, I want to say again, thanks to all the people that have helped with boosters. We need a lot more help. My 7-year tenure is up. I've been doing this a long time. So we got a great group of people already established. We do need some freshman parents that I see in the back, ducking their heads now. We need your help. So I've already preached a little bit about how much it costs to run this program and where Salisbury gets it. It comes from the community, it comes from the Booster Club, and it comes from their gates. So we need help going forward. I thank everybody. I thank you. Farewell, and go Hornets.
Ferris, you good? Country and track, Dr. Todd Parker. And women's soccer, ladies and gentlemen, he's in a suit tonight. Coach Matt Parrish. Cheerleading coach, Miss Keisha Drive. Women's swimming, Coach Sally Pittman. Like Bigfoot, he made us, we get to see him tonight for men's swimming, Ryan Sterritt. Wrestling, Coach Matt Coble. Men's basketball, Brian Withers. Our state champion, women's basketball coach, Miss Lakia Bryce. Made a couple additions as people noted tonight for men's track, Coach Romore Morris. And this much better half, outkicked your coverage, Miss Chelsea Morris. This gentleman will take his time talking to you tonight. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. But for softball, Scott Cozart. And for baseball, Coach Carson Herndon. All right, real quick, while everybody's kind of getting settled, if we have any assistant coaches that are here, please stand up and wave so everybody can see y'all. I know, come on. There's one more lady I want to introduce to you tonight. She needs no introduction. She came back for the awards tonight, Miss Casey Blankenship.
safely to and from every match. So I did my job. With women's golf, I would like to say thank you to all of these ladies because we wouldn't have had a team without them. Sadly, we had no four-year players for the women's golf team. That'll be next year. But I will take this time to recognize our all-conference and all-county players. And those that get recognized, if you would please come up and receive your certificate. Starting first with Sydney Levacic. Sophie Camille. And Courtney Williams. And now we have two team awards that I would like to take this time to recognize. I'm going to start off with the Hornets Award, representing best overall teammate, always being there, providing snacks, Gatorade, and being there to drive the golf cart. And I would like to take the time to recognize Courtney Williams. And then our team MVP, she also was Conference Player of the Year for us, and that is Miss Sydney Levacic. And that's it for me. I'm passing it off.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Oh, good evening. I loved this night, and I liked that it came on the heels of last night when I got to kind of poke my youngest son and say, she's a volleyball player, she's a volleyball player, she's a volleyball player. I've been coaching volleyball here 7 or 8 years, and it's one of my, truly it's an honor and a pleasure, and each year I just, I think they can't get any better, but they do. At this time, I would like to recognize my 4-year athletes. That would be Grace Blackwell, Mallory Link, Ella Trainer, and Riley Phelps. I would like to say this year, we're getting better, we're getting stronger. We actually had 3 girls to be nominated as all-conference this year, which is I think for a couple years only had 1, then we had 2. So I think the conference is recognizing that we're getting better, we're getting stronger each year. The all-conference this year awards go to Brooke Cunningham, Ava Morris, and Ashley Yang. Also known as Ellen's sister. And at this time, I would like to recognize our leaders on the team. It's hard to run an offense without a defense. This year's defensive MVP, Katie Peeler. And you can't score points if you don't have a setter. This year's offensive MVP goes to Ashley Yang. Last but not least, I said I won't do it, but here I am. Woo! This one, I coached her in middle school. She is honestly like a daughter to me. She is an amazing human being. She is giving and kind, and without her, there would have been no snacks, there would have been no line judges, there would have been none of those things. Half the time, there probably wouldn't have even been a net in the gym. She is just a super terrific young lady. I know she's going to do amazing things. I can't believe I'm even going to let her go. But this year's Coaches Award goes to Riley Peltz.
Good evening. And I am Coach Griffin, and I'm here to present for the women's tennis team. First, we'd like to recognize our 4-year tennis players, and if you just stand up where you are, and as I call your name. Abby Campion, Emily Frick, and Allison Frick. Next, I would like to cover your all-conference awards. And as I call your name, we ask you to come on stage and stay. First all-conference, Allison Frick. Emily Frick. Abby Lawson. Kate Burke. Abby Campion. And Willie Warren. Next, we will move on to our most improved tennis player. This year's most improved tennis player is a junior, and she really worked hard throughout the school year to improve her game. This year, most improved goes to Abby Lawson. And then our last 2 awards is the MVP award. This year, these recipients were all conference, all county, all regional, and all states. One was even named Conference Player of the Year, and both of them was named Coble County Player of the Year. This year's MVP goes to Millie Wines and Abby Campion.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, and thank you again for coming out. My name is Todd Parker, and I'm here at this time to present the cross-country awards from the fall season, fall of 21. What a privilege it is. I'm going to ask that my seniors from cross-country, if you would please stand up, seniors. Seniors from cross-country, please stand up. I got Will Coons right here in the house. Sage Huffman, Jane Bernard, Alan Katib, Sutton Webb. Congratulations to these senior athletes. We're extremely proud of them. I also want to introduce my all-conference athletes for the year. Sage Huffman, come forward, please. Sutton Webb. Will Coons. Wyatt Goodnight. Jake Bernard. Congratulations to these students for all conference honors. Before I get to the awards, I want to take this opportunity to also thank Coach Leah Huggins for teaching me everything that I know. Coach, you are absolutely amazing to work with, and I just can't thank you enough for all that you've done for these students and for me. We're going to begin with Most Improved. This young man did a great job throughout the year, through the couple years that I've known him, and just an amazing athlete, and really worked hard to improve his cross-country, his game this year. Congratulations, Most Improved Men's, Mr. William Kuntz. Next, going to give our Coaches Award for ladies at this time, because she is just an amazing lady. I just can't say enough good things about her, all that she does to help keep the coaches together, and this was kind of a unanimous thing. Sage Huffman, you are amazing. Sage, Coaches Award. We're also going to give our men's MVP out today, and we're going to do that for a young man that improved his time. All conference, won a couple of actual cross-country meets, which Coach Pittman, that hadn't happened since I've been a coach. So I was really, really proud. Jake Denard, very, very proud. Jake. Woo! And finally, women's MVP. We had to borrow her from Coach Parrish because she's a pretty amazing soccer player out here. Borrowed her from Georgia for just a little bit, but Sutton Webb is an absolutely amazing athlete, and what she does on the soccer field is incredible, but most of you don't know what kind of athlete she is on the track and the cross-country field. So Sutton Webb, please give it up. Everything that she does, an amazing rock star. Thank you all, and that's my time for this evening.
Two ladies, one of which none of you have ever met, and one of which is in this room that all of you have probably met. The first one that I would like to thank is my wife, because she puts up with me and has on in my 21 years as Salisbury High School double coach. And the one that's in this room is Miss Casey Blankenship, who's sitting over there. She was and is the best trainer that Salisbury High School has had in all the time that I've been here, and this public of all public forums, I would like to thank her for what she meant to my players, both men's and women's. Always there. We've already missed you these last week and a half, so I appreciate it greatly. As before, would the senior male athletes for the men's soccer team please stand up at your seats? All right, we've got 6 of them here. We've got Bennett Clark, Colin Donaldson, Will Webb, Wade Robbins, Luke Graver, and Jack Hiley. Seniors, thank you very much. Okay, let's see, I can weed out a lot of these for people that aren't here. I'll announce them anyway. These are the all-conference award winners for the fall team. If you would, please join me on stage. Riley Dillon. Luke Graver. Oh, I forgot Luke. I didn't see him sit down there. Luke. Double up Luke. Here we go. He's not here. Colin Donaldson. He's not here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wade Robbins. And Mr. Will Webb. Yes, I feel remarkably uncomfortable. Thank you. Okay, I have 3 awards to give out, and in years past I have been quite selfish, and it was very difficult for me to come down to 3 awards. I am going to start off with my Coaches Award. When I was a younger coach, and my children who are now in high school or younger, my great go-to speech at this time was, if my kid could grow up to be like this individual, I would have considered myself happy and privileged, and so on and so forth. And so I'm a little past that, but the sentiment remains the same. This person literally has changed my life in many capacities. The Coach's Year Award this year goes to Mr. Colin Domes. All right, the other 2 are what we referred to when I was younger and was into the NCAA tournament, all that is chalk. The offensive MVP and the defensive MVP. These 2 gentlemen have well earned their keep and are well recognized, and the least that I could do is to finalize their prep careers with these awards. Our defensive MVP is Mr. Wade Robbins. All region first team, and our offensive MVP is all region first team and all state first team, Mr. Will Webb. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Congratulations. Yeah. Very nice.
Good evening. First, I would like to recognize my assistant coach, Ms. Shanae White. Just raise your hand. I have one four-year senior, Ms. Armani Brown. Please stand up. I have 3 Hornet Awards. The first Hornet Award goes to Ms. Rachel Fisher. Rachel came in mid-season, jumped right in. We kind of was scared she was going to get scared away, but she jumped in like a soldier. We appreciate it, and we love Rachel. She kind of got teased a lot, but she took it like a soldier. My second Hornet Award goes to Ms. Kendall Henderson. Kendall also, in the first year, cheerleader came in, basketball season, wasn't scared of anything. Like, first time we was like, okay, Kendall, let's do a basket toss. Bam, she get it. That's not easy to do. My third Hornet Award goes to Ms. Megan Davis. Megan was a first-year varsity cheerleader, came right in basketball season, jumped in, did a great job. She kind of was a little nervous being on varsity first time, but you couldn't tell. And we have two MVP this year, one for basketball, one for football. My first one from football cheer goes to Miss Elena Lopez. Elena was my go-to person when we had people come in, new people come in, or just trying to teach them a cheer. Elena jumped right in. Weekends, after school, she put in an extra work to make sure, because we are one team. And one thing about cheerleading is a one-team sport. My last MVP for basketball cheer goes to Miss Armani Brown. Armani was my mini-me. When I wasn't there to say do it, Armani would say do it, even when I don't say do it. But she was always right on top of it. And the loudest, Henson said. Thank you.
Seniors, please stand up. All right, I want to just recognize just a few of those, our 4-year seniors in the program. Some of the seniors that stood up came in, or COVID seasons, whatever, missed a season here or there, transferred in, went with us for 4 years. But these gentlemen were with us for 4 years of the program. I just want to throw out one stat. In the last 3 years, they won 33 football games.
Hey.
Let's talk,
Gibson.
He won the Coaches Award. Coach Ferris is very good.
17.
He'd be really happy.
Number 18, Reid Fugel. Number 25, Marcus Cook. Also voted best smile. Number 32, Jake Gaither. Number 74, Christian Zavala. And number 92, Nick Hall. All right, all conference. All conference guys, if you will. Might have to cram in a little bit. We had 15 guys voted all conference this past season. Jaden Gibson. I would have liked to see this man play 4 years, Mr. Savion Freeman. I would have liked to coach this gentleman for 4 years, Mr. Zay Neal. Mr. Amari Johnson. Mr. Jaden Gaither. Mr. Anthony Dodd.
Good, yeah, I'll let you.
Mr. Reid Fugel. Mr. Nick Hall. Mr. Wade Robbins, who's kicker of the year.
Woo!
Mr. Deuce Walker. Come on, Marcus. Marcus Cook. Mr. Jamaica Webb. Mr. Chris Green. Mr. Mike Jeter. All right, we're going to give a few awards real quick, a few program awards. This gentleman came to us from another school and filled in a position we needed badly. And I've told a bunch of coaches he was our smartest football player, one of our most savvy football players, was always around the ball. So glad he came here and he was a big part of our program the last 2 years. The Hornet Award goes to Mr. Zay Neal.
Good, that's awesome.
We're going to go offensive MVP. This gentleman was also voted the offensive player of the year in our conference. Offensive MVP is Mr. Mike Jeter. Defensive MVP, a lot of times it was hard to separate stats and look at some of the guys we had on defense, but this guy was always there, and he gets a chance to go play college football and get his education paid for. Defensive MVP, Jaden Gaither. Overall MVP was also voted defensive MVP in the conference, but our team overall MVP is Mr. Jalen Walker.
Right, guys?
We didn't get an all-conference sheet for you? Okay.
He's got a lot of
Call it conference. Hey, welcome. Guys, thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. I love you. And let's keep rolling.
All right, everybody, thank you again. I'm Todd Parker, and I didn't tell y'all the truth. I said I was not coming back, but I'm back to do indoor track now, and I've got my assistant coach here, head coach actually of the men's, Mr. Romar Morris. Let's give Romar a hand. Former Salisbury athlete himself. We're going to do indoor track, and at this time we're going to call, we did not do all conference, but if we had senior athletes on indoor track, stand up, please. Senior athletes from indoor track. Give these folks a big round of applause. All right, here we go. We got, let me just introduce you guys. Stand up, everybody, and be beautiful for 1 second. Let everybody see your faces. Will Koontz over here, Jack Everson, Jay Gibb, Marcus Cook, Jordan Smith, Sutton Webb, Kevin Williams, there you go, Kevin, Jay Menard, Ali Kati. Thank you to those seniors for Indo Track. We had a lot of them. And we're going to give our awards now. We're going to begin with this one. This is our Hornet Award. The man who kept us all together, probably the most spirited, not just on our indoor track team, but probably one of the most spirited young men I've ever met in my life. Mr. Ali Kati. Please come on. This man embodies the Hornet. Come up here, Ali. So next person we're going to call up, most improved for track and field this year. This young man did a great job the last couple of years, and we found out this year that he could actually sprint. Who knew? He was a cross-country runner, but he found out he can actually run pretty fast. Most improved indoor track, Andrew Huffman, please come forward. Come on up, AJ. And next we'll do our MVP men's indoor track. This young man really is an all-around, one of the greatest athletes that I've seen in public schools in my almost 30 years of public education. He could star in just about any sport on this campus, and for indoor track, he definitely could have participated in every sport on the field. But this young man, come on up here, Marcus Cook. Most valuable player for indoor track. Also, one of our many state champions for this school year. So again, Marcus Cook, indoor MVP, triple jump champ. Again, needs not a whole lot of introduction, but our women's MVP also finished in the state finals this year. Second, I'm looking for her to be first coming up in indoor track or outdoor track this spring. Our 2022 women's indoor track MVP, Miss Sutton Webb. That's no better than this group of athletes. Thank you all very, very much for your hard work.
Good evening.
Later on.
Ron and I had to go backstage, and I lost, so I get to do the talking. So we're going to recognize the men's and women's swim teams together because we practice together and do everything together. So let's start by recognizing our seniors. Our 3- and 4-year swimmers are Jack Heilig, Sage Huffman, and Autumn Lawson. All right, moving on to all-conference. On the girls' side, our all-conference swimmers, and if you'll come up stage and get your certificate, Sage Huffman, Kate Burton, Ava Morris, Millie Wines, Courtney Williams, Lucy Barr, Autumn Walser, and Lucy Hyland. On the men's side, our all-conference swimmers were Jack Heilig, Nate Schaefer, Gray Davis, Wyatt Goodnight, and Sawyer Burke. And while these guys are up here, just to let you know, our women actually won the conference championship and our men were conference runner-up. So, congratulations. For our memorial start with the girls' side. Our most improved swimmer is a young lady who swam with us for 4 years. And she let me talk her into swimming the 500, and then she let me talk her into continuing to swim the 500, and she continued to drop time. So our most improved, and I think, Ron, do you have those? Okay. Is Autumn Losser. For our Hornet Award, this young lady begrudgingly will swim anything I ask her to swim. She works her butt off at practice, is always willing to go hard, even in the warm-up, and that is Miss Kate Burton. And then our women's MVP, this young lady has come a long way. When she was a freshman, she swam the 100 free in about 1:14. And this year, she clocked in at 1:00, which for those of you who don't know a whole lot about swimming, that's a pretty significant drop for a very short event. She is all conference, all county, and she was the county swimmer of the year, and that is Sage Huffman. On the men's side, we will start with the most improved, and honestly, this young man joined the swim team because I made a bet with him in calculus class. I told him he could use a formula sheet on a test if he'd come swim, and the rest is history. And this young man, sometimes his goggles stayed on, sometimes they didn't, but he definitely improved, was a regional qualifier, and that is Nate Schaefer. Our Hornet Award goes to a young man who we are very excited to see what the future holds for him. We probably didn't put him in the events he would prefer because that's not what our team needed, but he is a very talented swimmer and we look forward to great things, and that is Gray Davis. And then our men's MVP, he's been swimming with us for 4 years. He's been swimming for basically his entire life, and I think the true thing about him being an MVP is, especially on the guy side, swimming can be a very lonely sport, and this young man has stuck through the thick and the thin of the team. He is all conference, all county, and that is Jack Hyland.
Hi there, I'm Matt Coble. I am the head wrestling coach here. I was making jokes before I got up here. I was scared I was not going to be able to see over this podium. So I'm really glad I can actually do that. First, I would like to recognize our two seniors, Reid Fugel and Jaden Gaither. Secondly, our all-conference, Reid Fugel and Jackson Spartan. Alright, so next up is our Hornet Award. This young man came to us at about midway through wrestling season. He looked at me in the gym right before a wrestling match and goes, "Hey, y'all still got room on the team?" I said, "Of course, come on in." He came in and he was one of the best guys in our room, not only on the mat, but to each and every one of his teammates. Every time somebody got down, he was right there for them. Jaden Gaither. Might I also add, you you had one of the strangest seasons I've ever seen. You couldn't even make an all-conference team, but you won a state championship. Lastly, for our team MVP, this guy came in right after football season ended, and he said, "This is my wrestling room. You're just here to coach it." And I said, "All right, I'm along for the ride. What's going to happen?" Reid Fugel, ever since I walked in the door, showed that he was going to be the captain of that team, and he was going to lead every single day, not only by what he does, but what he says. And I could have not asked for a better captain to start my year with.
We're going to stop. Wait for tennis.
Let's see the sheet.
Hi, I'm Coach Withers. Senior basketball players, please stand.
Good evening again. This time I'm representing the boys tennis. First of all, we want to acknowledge the 4-year senior, and that's Mr. Will Cook. He's been on the team for 4 years. If you just stand.
You go, bud. Go, bud.
All conference, as I call your name, please come to the stage and stay until the end. Will Coons, Colin Domes, Ray Davis, Reid Fugel, Kevin Williams, and Wyatt Goodman. As we move on to awards, this year we have added a new award, and I couldn't go without acknowledging this person. He was a great asset to the team. He came in as a freshman, and he took charge. He did everything that was asked of him, on the courts and off the courts. This year's Rookie of the Year is Mr. Gray Davis. Next, we have the Hornets Award. This award is given to someone that's always there, that's always, like the coach before said, that's responding to the texts first before you can get him out. He's responding, wants to know what's going on. This guy is great to have on the team. He's a hard worker in spite of, and this Hornet Award goes to Reid Fugel. Next award is the Coach's Award. This is normally the guy that's closer to the coach, but not always. But this guy does everything that I ask of him. Like I said, he works hard on the court and off the court, and that means a whole lot. On the court and off the court. And this year, the Coach's Award goes to Colin Domes. This year's MVP can go without saying. He was All Central Carolina Conference Player of the Year. He was Coble County Player of the Year this year and last year. He was All Region, and he was a state qualifier. Not only is he's a good player on the court, he's also a good player in the academics and in the classroom. Mr. Will Coons.
Will.
The last award we want to present is the Central Carolina Conference Player of the Year Award, and that goes to Will Coons.
See you, sweetie.
Hornets. It is my honor. This award has been given out every year since 2017. But this is the first year that my family and Stephen's Foundation, Stephen's Purpose Incorporated, will give the award in his honor. This award is the Salisbury High School Robert Stephen Gilmore Award for extraordinary service and dedication to Hornet athletics. I want to tell you a little bit about this person. You all may know who it may be, but I want to tell you about Stephen first. Stephen, at 3 years old, was diagnosed with a brain tumor. He, at 7 years old, began managing football teams in the YFL, and he had a love for football. He loved all sports, but he really had a love for football. At 15, he was diagnosed with colon cancer as a result of his treatment for the brain tumor when he was 3. So he fought that and won that battle. At 18 years old, his senior year at Salisbury High School, he was diagnosed a 3rd time with colon cancer. This time it had invaded his body. One of the things that Stephen did from the time he got to Salisbury High was he managed not only the JV, but he managed the varsity football team. And when he would go to chemo, his only desire at that point was to come home for his team and to make sure he was there to manage them. Because of the brain tumor, he was unable to play football, but he was a master statistician. He was a master athlete who never really got on the field but one time. His senior year, he did get to play one down, one down. But he was the epitome of a Hornet athlete. And so with that being said, when the coaching staff is who decided who would win this award. So after they told me who would win the award, I then began to research. I talked with his coach, Mr. Griffith. I also read articles in the paper about him. And I thought, let me see what I can pull of why they chose this student. This student, like Stephen, battled cancer. This student overcame cancer. And one of the things that I saw in the Salisbury Post was that it said that soccer saved his life. Football saved Stephen's life. And that's why tonight I am honored to present the Robert Stephen Gilmore Award for extraordinary service and dedication to Hornet athletics, not because he battled cancer, but because he was the epitome of a Hornet athlete, Colin Domes.
Thank you so much. I didn't know Mr. Gilmore, but from what it sounds like, he was an amazing person, and it is a true honor to be given this award in his memory. And I cannot thank the coaches enough for giving this to me, and they have done so much for me over the past 4 years, and it's been a pleasure to be a Salisbury Hornet. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go through some senior awards here that are awards that are special to Salisbury High School and things that they've given away for years. And we're going to start off with the Tourney Awards. I'm going to tell you what the Tourney Award is, and with the circumstances that we faced over the last few years, we've had to make some changes to this. But really quick, Jack Tourney Award is for all athletes who have participated in 12 sports, as one sport per every season. The seasons are divided up, fall, winter, and spring sports. So that they've reached at least, lost my spot. But 12 sports, one for every season since entering Salisbury High School as a freshman. We have 4 young student athletes that we would like to honor at this time. Coaches, if you have coached any of these student athletes, please stand with them and help them accept this award. But for our 12 sport athletes throughout their career here at Salisbury High School, first of all, Miss Sage Huffman. Secondly, Miss Sutton Webb. Mr. Will Webb. And Mr. Reid Fugel. Let's give them one last hand. All right, next up, this next award is probably the award I least need to give. It is the Scholar Athlete Award. I texted Dr. Parker earlier today because he was meeting with Dr. Taylor, and I think he went to Ms. Wimes in the office to pull this information, but I said I need to know what female and what male athlete that we have have the highest GPAs and fill these standards and fill these qualifications. Some of you have met Mr. Jaden Gibson down here, and some of you can look at me, and when I say this, it'll make sense to some of you. Their GPAs are higher or closer to my 40 than they are Jalen's 40 times. So that tells you, I can't tell you what their GPAs are, but man, it was impressive to see, and it's quite an honor to give this award to the 2 scholar athletes, the male and female, that fit the criteria of what they have played here at Salisbury High School with the highest GPAs. First of all, for the ladies, Miss Mallory Ling. And for the men, Mr. Will Webb. Thank you. Let's give these 2 student athletes. All right, we have 3 more awards that we would like to give out that honor student athletes, and they're in honor of former coaches here and members of the Salisbury High School community. The first award is the Bob Farr Award, and I'm going to read to you what this is about. This award is presented to a senior male and female student athlete who exemplified the traits of outstanding citizenship and leadership in athletic and academic endeavors. First, we'll start with the male. This gentleman, I came to him and getting some help with this because all the technological things that take place with screens and lights and video and all that, I absolutely know nothing about. So I went to this gentleman and I saw him yesterday. I know he put in some time and effort to it. I said, hey man, tell me where you like to eat so I can go buy you the gift card so you can go out. He looked at me and said, Coach, there's no way I'm taking it. This is what we do at Salisbury. We just help each other. And you saw him running around. But for the male Bob Farr Award winner, Mr. Ali Katishi. Yesterday he said, Coach, I'll just run everything. I'm not going to win an award. I said, no, you're winning an award, so you stay down here with us. Ali, you stay right here. Don't go anywhere, Ali. Ali. Oh. So see, I embarrassed myself. He was just telling his coaches thank you, so that's what kind of person he is. The next young lady, I kind of date myself here a little bit when I say this. When I moved back to Salisbury from doing a stint down in Conway, South Carolina, I moved into a neighborhood down 601, and we met a family that had 2 young children, and we had 1 young child, and they kind of hit it off. But I truly remember this girl in a stroller. And that's crazy, and I couldn't remember, and I apologize to the family, but I couldn't ever get the kids' names right. I thought the oldest one was the youngest. The names, I got confused, and my wife looked at me and said, the youngest is Abby, and it sounds like baby. I said, I got it now. And I never forgot it. But the Bob Farr Female Award winner, and she is a go-getter, and she does a lot of things in this community, and she deserves the award, Miss Abby Campion. Next up is the Spencer Lancaster Award. The Spencer Lancaster Award, so you know, is presented to a senior male and female student athlete who exhibit in the most outstanding manner the quality of sportsmanship throughout their senior year. So this is a sportsmanship-based award. This young lady, you've heard her name a lot tonight. She is a true student athlete. When I see her, she's always smiling, even when she's limping around and injured. But she has fought hard through injury to come back to be a great student athlete at Salisbury High School, and she represents this community very well. And to brag on Miss Casey and her senior night, I don't think you were here, but she sang your praises and thank you for allowing her to get back to the playing field. But our ladies Spencer Lancaster Award winner is Miss Sage Huffman. For the gentleman, I've had the pleasure of being a part of seeing this young man's maturity over the last 4 years. And when he came out as a freshman to play football, we were like, man, he could be pretty special. And I tell this story, and he's going to probably get upset with me, but he was a little bit soft on the football field. But he had all the potential. We looked at him and he said, go wrestle. So he went and wrestled he went and wrestled that year. He came back his sophomore year, and about 4 weeks into the season, he was starting as a young buck sophomore on a football team that played for the state championship. And in that state championship loss, he had 12 tackles in that loss as a sophomore against a very good football team. But he is a true young man who plays with heart, plays with passion, cares about his teammates, and does what he can do to make the team better, and that is Mr. Jaden Gaither. Congratulations. The last senior awards that we will give tonight are in honor of Will Miss Ludwig. These are, of course, the Ludwig Awards. These are presented to a senior female and male student athlete who displayed the most outstanding overall athleticism during their senior year at Salisbury High School. You've heard both of their names a lot tonight, and I think you may know who they are, but 2 amazing student athletes, and I will go ahead and spill the beans, and I don't care if our conference gets mad at us, because I'm not very happy with the people in our conference right now. But these 2 student athletes were also selected as the Central Carolina Conference Senior Athletes of the Year throughout the whole conference, they won the award for the Athlete of the Year. So that was a great honor to these two student athletes and Salisbury High School. For the ladies, Miss Sutton Webb. And for the men, again, with the best smile, Mr. Marcus Cook. These two student athletes will be honored on May 25th at Davidson County Community College for the award ceremony for the CCC. So they will get their recognitions, the families will be there, their head coaches will be there. So let's give our two Ludwig Award winners one more round of applause. All right, I'm going to drop a little knowledge here, but for the guys that I've been around, y'all know I get emotional sometimes, but I'm going to try to hold it in, but I need you to come here. Miss Casey, come on. I guarantee you Casey will cry, but that's okay. Parents, you don't know how blessed we have been in 4 years. That says 4 on the class. Don't pay attention to that. It feels like 4 through COVID, right? So we have been blessed for the last 3 years to have this young lady serve at this high school. And I'm going to say this, you do not know how hard it is, and all these head coaches can sit here and say this, you do not know how hard it is to have a good athletic trainer and how blessed we have been to have this young lady serve at our school. Athletes, I think you would agree with that. I want you to know that at the end of the day, when Miss Casey arrives on our campus, our student athletes go to her office and just hang out. That's how much they enjoy being around Casey. And Casey loves having them there, or loved having them there. And they were at home in her office. When they needed to be taken care of with any kind of treatment or rehab, she was there. She has done so many good things for this school over the last 3 years. And unfortunately, we are losing her as she's going back to school and doing occupational therapy, correct? And doing some things and chasing dreams that she has. Our student athletes, I want to tell you that she texted me the other day and she said, how's everybody doing? She just checked in. And I think I said, well, it's kind of crazy here without you and we miss you. And she said, I miss y'all. Because I'm just going to say this gentleman and Dr. Parker are our first responders on duty, and they are nowhere near close. But she misses them, and I texted her when we were texting. I said, hey, we are doing an award ceremony on Tuesday. Would you love to come? She said, I'll be there. She said, I would like to see our student athletes, and I think they would like to see me. And I know y'all will enjoy seeing Casey here tonight. Right now, we would like to present Casey with a plaque that says, presented to Casey Blankenship in appreciation for your 4 years of dedication and commitment to Salisbury High School athletics. Parents, I know you don't know her very well, but our student athletes do. Would you please give Miss Casey Blankenship a round?
I'm sorry, hang on.
give you the EpiPen when you have an allergic reaction. Multiple times. I let you come in my room, and in my room it is inclusive and everyone belongs. My room is a place that each kid knows that they can come to and know that I'll take care of their injuries, but I'm also mom. And I have many kids in this room. It was really hard to put myself first and say that I was putting athletic training. This has been the best school that I've worked at in the past 10 years of my career, and it's really hard to move on, but I'm excited to be in occupational therapy. And this school has built me into the athletic trainer that I am today, and it was hard hanging up that hat, but each coach, I appreciate everything you've done for me. And to the kids, especially the rising seniors, I'm going to be back this year watching them play your last seasons, and to watch more state championships be won. So I really do appreciate every single parent out there who has worked with me with injuries when I would call the ortho and get you in that day or the next day. It's really hard to get students in when orthos are booked already 2 weeks out in advance or longer. So my many thanks is to literally every single person in this room, and I don't know where I would be without Salisbury the past 3 years. So I'll be back. I really appreciate this award, and I know that whoever replaces me will do their job well, they just won't be me.
All right, real quick, I'm going to share a few remarks in closing and try to wrap this up pretty fast. I wanted to be out of here at 8 o'clock for you. We're a little bit behind, so I apologize. But first of all, my phone is blowing up. Mr. Moore wants me to announce to all students that school starts tomorrow at 8:30. 10:30. Hey, listen, I'm with you. Coach Larson told me about 45 minutes before we started, and I was a little bit dejected too, so I understand. A few other announcements that I want to make, and I'm going to brag on our athletics, but a few announcements that I want to make. Parents and student athletes, tomorrow, down the road here at 810 Mitchell Avenue at Novant Health, there are free physicals. You know, sometimes it can be a hassle to get a physical. Yes, we were supposed to go last week, but they will let you come tomorrow as well. That starts at 5:30 tomorrow. You must bring your physical form. If you want to go get a free physical tomorrow, you know you do, I have physical forms here with me. So come and grab it before you leave. Eligibility. How many classes must you pass the previous semester to be eligible? 3 classes. Exams are going. If you're planning on playing next year in the fall, you need to pass 3 classes. So get the word. June 6th, we start workouts. We are doing something a little bit different. We have a person that's going to take over the weight room for you. And trust me when I say this, she will get after y'all in the weight room. If you don't believe me, just come try her. I promise you, you'll be regretting it. But, gentlemen, now if you can't make this time, you can go to the second time. But we're trying to put all our guys together at 9 a.m. to 10:30 in the weight room. And ladies, yes, ladies, we want you to come work out as well. And believe me, it will help you. You have a time from 10:30 to 12. If you can't make your time, you can cross over into the other time. Coaches and all student athletes and parents, if you're looking to try to plan your vacations, the dead period this year by the North Carolina High School Athletics Association is July the 4th through the 17th. That is July 4th through 17th. And again, I would like to thank the Booster Club. Please give them a hand. I would like to thank our administration. I know Mr. Moore's here. Dr. Taylor was here. I saw Mr. Fordham and Mr. Day a little earlier. I don't know if they're still here, but we have a great administration that loves athletics. And parents, I'm going to say this, and I'm standing in a new role right now because my daughter is here, so I understand this when I say it. Thank you for everything that you do as well. Without you, it would not be as easy. Sometimes it is very, very difficult to do the job of coaching that all these coaches do, but you make it a lot easier, helping be supported and getting our student athletes here and helping us get things that we need. So parents, continue to be supportive, and thank you for what you do. Once we get out of here, if y'all want to take pictures outside at the backdrop, feel free to do so. I'm going to brag on all these coaches. Please understand, yes, coaches are easy targets. Coaches are easy targets for people who never come to practice, who never watch film, who never pick up a student athlete or take a student athlete home or buy them food or buy them clothes or take them to college visits or do the things that we need to do to help our student athletes be better student athletes and better people. Yes, we are easy targets, but I tell you right now that every coach on this stage and that's not on this stage loves your child. If they did not, they would not be here because they get paid pennies on the hour. So be appreciative, be thankful, and please tell your coaches how much you appreciate them whenever you get a chance. We have a great group of coaches, and I'm going to tell you how good they are right now. Right now we have 87 all-conference athletes in this school and counting. That is 87 kids that made all-conference because of the work that these coaches put in. We've had 10 players of the year throughout all sports. You don't realize how hard that is, and I'm going to go ahead and say this to you. We've had some that should be players of the year, but because we're Salisbury and we beat everybody's tail, they get mad. And we got robbed. That's why I say I'm not happy with the conference, I promise you. And I'm going to continue fighting for our student athletes and our coaches. 3 of these coaches sitting on the stage are coaches of the year. We should have had more. We had 9 conference championships, 1 state championship, and we had 3 coaches of the year. Something don't add up. 9 of the 19, there are only 19 sports that you can win a conference championship in this conference, and we won 9 of them. 9 of the 19, our school won the conference championship. They are men's basketball, women's basketball, men's soccer, football, women's swim, women's tennis, men's track, and women's golf. We've had 2 individuals win state championships, and Marcus Cook in the triple jump, and Jaden Gaither wrestling heavyweight that goes to 285, and he weighed in at 215. Both of those young men win individual state champions. We've had 1 team. We had 1 team, our ladies basketball team, win the state championship at the Dean Dome, and we all celebrated, so give them a round of applause. Just in our conference, like I told you, both men and women, we have the CCC Senior Athletes of the Year, and Salisbury High School won the Cushwa Cup. For those of you that don't know what the Cushwa Cup is, that is the overall excellence for athletic program in the conference. We by far blew everybody out as the top athletic program in the conference. I say that to say this again. Be thankful to the coaches that are sitting here. Again, they put time into your student athlete and take time away from their family because they love your child and they bust their tails. Parents, thank you for everything you do. Coaches, thank you for everything you do. Student athletes, great job. Keep it rolling, and we love you. Thank y'all for coming out.